Hey guys, it's Tori. So today we are going to be doing a video on my physical TBR, and this video I honestly didn't plan on filming anytime soon, but when I don't know what else to film, I'm like, let's just, do my physical TBR, even though honestly for my own mental health purposes, I don't want to know how many books I own that I haven't read. I can imagine the number is at least 100 probably, and that actually is just ridiculous and disgusting. But I have a book shopping problem, and I feel like we are all aware of this problem. So we are just gonna go through my bookshelves, which are right here. They're super cutie, and also my reading cart, which is right here. And we're just gonna go through every book I haven't read, and then at the end I'm gonna count them and we will find out the absolutely ridiculous number together. So without further ado, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my face. Check out all my socials down below, including my Goodreads and my Amazon wishlist, and let's get into my physical TBR. Okay, we're gonna start with this shelf because the one above it I've read the books that are up there, so I don't have too many, I don't think, on this shelf that I haven't read yet, but I haven't read Redeeming Six by Chloe Walsh because that is the fourth book in the Boys of Tommen series, and I just haven't gotten there yet. And then I haven't read Kiss the Sky, Hot House Flower, Thrive, Addicted After All, Fuel the Fire, or A Long Way Down by Krista and Becca Ritchie. And then I have Play With Me and Unravel Me by Becca Mack. So that is the first shelf. For the second shelf, there's honestly a lot I haven't read. We have The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, Offside, Shut Out, The Enforcer, Mile High, The Right Move, Springtide, Long Shot, The Score by Elle Kennedy, Dare You to Hate Me and Beg You to Trust Me, Blindside, Fair Catch, Endgame, Terms and Conditions, and Final Offer. So basically that whole shelf I haven't read yet, which is a little ridiculous, but what's a girl supposed to do? Then if we move down a shelf, I have Things I Wanted to Say, Ivy, What Happens After Midnight, The Last Letter, Twisted Hate, Twisted Lies, Daisy Hates, Flawless, Powerless, and Reckless, all by Elsie Silver. Then on this bottom shelf, I have Anastasia by Sophie Lark, Midnight Kisses, Hooked, Promises and Pomegranates, Fake Empire, Brutal Prince, Stolen Air, Beautiful Disaster, Don't Be in Love, Funny You Should Ask, Misfit, My Policeman, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, Forever Never, Things We Got Over, Things We Hide from the Light, Things We Left Behind, and also The Stopover. So once again, the shelf, I've barely read anything on it. Moving on to my cart, I've read none of these at all except for this one right here. I just literally finished that. So the rest of them are literally all TBR books. So I just bought You Again by Kate Goldbeck and also Caught Up by Liz Tom Ford, The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston, and then I'm halfway through The Assassin's Blade right now by SJM. Love on the Brain, See You Yesterday, Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute, Love in the Time of Serial Killers, Tell Me Lies, Yours Truly, Love Lit Farms, King of Wrath, Book Lovers, Daisy Jones and the Six, Conversations with Friends, In a Holidays, People We Meet on Vacation, Normal People, and also Every Summer After. Moving down one on the TBR cart, I have The Friend Zone, Hook, Line, and Sinker, Malibu Rising, The Road Trip, Today, Tonight, Tomorrow, The Unhoneymooners, Happy Singles Day, It Starts With Us, The Hating Game, Archer's Voice, Everything I Know About Love, Layla, If He Had Been With Me, I Fell in Love with Hope, and A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. And then on the very bottom shelf, the only one I haven't read is 28 Summers by Ellen Hilderbrand. Now we are going to move on to fantasy. So the only two on the top shelf I haven't read is House of Earth and Blood and House of Sky and Breath from Sarah J. Maas. I have to read Throne of Glass before I can get into the CC series. So I have the special editions sitting up by my ACOTAR books. Moving down to this shelf, there are some I have read. The ones I haven't read are The Serpent and the Wings of Night, Daughter of No Worlds, once again, I have another copy of House of Earth and Blood, Throne of Glass, Dance of Thieves, Vow of Thieves, City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, that's the first book in the Mortal Instruments series, Jade City by Fonda Lee, One Dark Window, Fireborn, The Beautiful, Serpent and Dove, and Blood and Honey, and then also The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber. Moving down one shelf, I have A Warrior's Fate, A Kingdom of Frost and Malice, part of Siege and Storm, I'm like halfway through that book, and then Ruin and Rising, the entire Shatter Me series, Six of Crows, Crooked Kingdom, Heart of the Raven Prince, Curse of the Wolf King, and then also Pestilence. Moving down to the next shelf, I have Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare, Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Maniscalco, The Book of Azrael, Legend of the Huntress, The Night and Its Moon, The Sun and Its Shade, Fury Born, These Violent Delights, Court of the Vampire Queen, A Curse So Dark and Lonely, The Last Magician, Ninth House, The Prison Healer, The Stars Are Dying, and Three Dark Crowns. Moving down to the bottom shelf, I have Curse of Shadows and Thorns, Stalking Jack the Ripper, The Cruel Prince Trilogy, From Blood and Ash, Crave, King of Battle and Blood, Kingdom of the Wicked, King of Scars, and then also another copy of The Ballad of Never After. And then I have this small bookshelf over here with just a few books. These are mainly some like YA fiction and then also my mystery thrillers. So I have The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager, Red Rising, If We Were Villains, Rock, Paper, Scissors, Sometimes I Lie, The Silent Patient, The Maid, the first and second book in the Naturals series, and then The Hawthorne Legacy and The Final Gambit. Okay, so if I counted correctly, I have 158 books on my physical TBR, which is literally astronomical. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous. But one day I do want to have my own library, if that makes anybody feel any better. I know that I purchase way more books than I can like read, but I also feel like I've done pretty good about reading this year. Like, I've read, I think, almost 50 books this year, which is more than my Goodreads goal, so I am proud of myself for that. But that does not mean I don't have a astronomical amount of books that I need to read. But I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my physical TBR. I know this video wasn't very long, but I just thought it would be fun to see all the books I need to read, and you guys kind of got an insight into my book collection. But with all that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my face. Check out all my socials down below, including my Goodreads and my Amazon wishlist. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys!